Hi everyone, Yvonne, Heath here with Love Your Life to Death, and I am at the what hotel are we at?
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental Hotel in downtown Toronto.
Absolutely.
At the Hospital Auxiliaries Association of Ontario Conference. Yes. And I am very honored that I was chosen to be one of the workshop speakers, and it was wonderful, very engaged audience, and I am here with Dorothy Frisky from Geraldton, Ontario, which is very far north, northern Ontario. And thank you for having me. This was a wonderful experience, and I'd love to know why you are involved with auxiliary. What does auxiliary mean to you?
Well, I've been involved with my hospital auxiliary for 43 years now, in a leadership role mostly, and organizing and just giving back to the hospital and making things comfortable for patients and for the residents of the long-term care that we have. And but we're always looking for volunteers if anybody is out there. Everywhere, right across Ontario,
yes.
People are looking for volunteers. And don't ever say that there's nothing that you can do in your hospital, because it might be as simple as just going in and talking to somebody, or it might be working in the gift shop, or it might be baking for bake sales.
Yes, just sitting with someone sometimes means a difference between
Absolutely.
them sitting alone when they are grieving, or somebody sitting beside them, and that means everything, right? Yeah.
But it doesn't even have to be a grieving person. It can be somebody that's in the hospital for a long time, and maybe they don't have a lot of visitors.
Right, exactly. Well, I know, and I've mentioned that I worked in chemotherapy. Well, I've been in hospitals for 27 years, chemotherapy for 13, and we could not have functioned without the auxiliary, and that's all there is to it. And I was extraordinary giving people, when so many people are running away from being in hospitals, auxiliaries choosing to give back and be there. And I personally want to thank every single person who has ever been a part of the auxiliary. Thank you, everyone, because you are so special and extraordinary. And yes, always needing more volunteers. So, if they wanted information about becoming a volunteer, who would they contact?
Just go to your local hospital. Some of them have volunteer coordinators. Some of the small hospitals do not. But find out, ask them at their hospital, who do I contact about volunteering here? And every hospital will have somebody, whether they belong to HAAO or not.
Right.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But there's a role for you.
Right. All right. And yes, I've met so many extraordinary people, and I know that they would help someone who wanted to be a volunteer, help them through the process, and
Absolutely.
Train, and it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
And they get to meet extraordinary people like you,
like us,
because you're so fabulous with your hair and your bracelets. I love it. So yeah, so thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
And yes, be a volunteer. It's wonderful, and that will help you love your life to death. Bye for now.
Bye.